On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
It's almost gotten to the point in the NFL where 3rd down is a throwing down, no matter what the distance. It just feels that way. So how about the discipline there by the defense? Understanding, reading their keys. They run the ball on 3rd down. They don't just handle it with technique and stay at home, but they become disruptors, actually getting back there, making a big play, big loss, and now they flip the balance of the field for their team. I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he spins past him and into space. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Lucy. 11B.
Bortles now on 1st down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Move.
A handoff to Fournette. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, 54 Ricky. Hey, 54 Ricky. 372.
Throwing is Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it in their end zone, and that strip may have just saved this ball game for them. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Jones. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Sonic. Even. Check. Follow. Follow.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Blue ready. Check. Brando. Sonic. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green, Trevor, say. Ready. Blue, ready.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This is Golden. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
150. Ready. Blue, ready. 86, Sonic.
2nd down, Winston. Going deep here for Allen. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Ready. Blue, ready.
Play action now. Winston. Open man, it's Allen. Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Even. Everyone got 4 down. Ready.
Now Gallman. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Ready? Blue 80.
Here's Gallman. And now running right through it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready? Black 22.
Gallman will run it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, sub.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Now here's Johnson. Oh, he's got a little dip. There goes Duke Johnson, the 40. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucy. Hank.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Hey, 5 on Black 22. Watch your foul, Matt.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Ready? Blue ladies. Back, 44. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Blue lady.
From the gun, Winston. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Sonic. Ready? Blue lady.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. Winston sneaking it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Jameis Winston, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Denzel Perryman coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11.
Bortles to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start on the ground with Gallman. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 78 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Sturgis for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now here's Johnson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Bortles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken short. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You got him. You got him. Green, triple C. Ready. Black 22. Sonic.
Throwing, Winston. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. Four down. Check. Ready. Flag. Switch. Even. Hey, sub. Let's go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ready. Blue lady. Follow. Hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready. Flag.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Ready.
3rd and goal. Winston throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
380. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Dumping it off for Johnson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Spread left. 372. Hank.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Spread right, 72. 11B. Full left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
372. 372. 11.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Jones. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready, blue lady. Let her go.
Winston. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Let's go now. Green, trouble C.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Ready? Blue lady. Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonny. Where's that?
Working out of the gun, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get and the ball is knocked out. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
372. Set. 380. 380.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Underneath for Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Johnson, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Lucy. 380. 372.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Here we go. Hey, set. 380.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, it's Fournette. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Lucy. 372.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delayed game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Winston to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Winston to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the